Hi everyone, here's my Blu-ray purchases for the 5th of the 1st, 2024. 5th of January 2024, that is. First up, we have a copy of Ghost Rider, starring Nicolas Cage. Now, I watched this ages ago, back when it came out on DVD. Rental, I would have got it. And it was okay, but I've kind of gotten back into Nick Cage movies, so I'm going to watch this again, and I think I'm going to enjoy it because it's going to be so corny. But for $3, who can say no? My next purchase was Birdman. Now, I've never seen this one, but didn't it win, like, Best Picture? So, I mean, it must be good. It's got Michael Keaton in it. Michael Keaton, I'm a big fan of. I never really heard anything about this when it came out, though. It was like, wasn't in the mainstream discourse or something. But for $4 I paid for this one. $4 isn't too bad for a copy of Birdman on Blu-ray. I'm quite happy with that. Thank you very much. My next purchase was Top Gun. $3 for a copy of Top Gun. Now, I am not the biggest Top Gun fan. I don't think I've ever watched the movie all the way through. It's been on while I've been in the room. Maybe I was a bit young when it came out. I'm only 45. When Top Gun came out, like 1984 or something. This has got one of those wibbly wobbly covers the thin covers that, like, you can tell it's not sitting flat. I don't like them. Next up, American History X. I watched this when it came out on DVD from a rental, and it was fantastic. I mean, at the time, I think I was just getting over Terminator 2, and Edward Furlong was in the news. So when this came out with Edward Furlong, I was like, oh, I'll watch that. And I think this might have been the first movie that I've seen with Edward Norton in it, from memory. I've only watched it once or twice, but I love this movie, so I'm glad to have a copy of it. And for $3, I'm not saying no. The 5th Blu-ray that I bought was Saving Private Ryan. No, not Shaving Ryan's Privates. Saving Private Ryan. 5 Academy Awards. I saw this when it came out on DVD on rental, and it blew me away. It's quite confronting with all the Normandy beach scenes. I probably haven't watched it as many times as I should, because every time I want my World War II fix, I tend to gravitate towards rewatching Band of Brothers. But for $3, I'm not going to say no to a copy of Saving Private Ryan. Next up, one of my favourite films of the last decade. Dredd. Basically, everything they did in this movie, they did right. Dredd never takes his helmet off. Thank you, Carl Urban. I always want to say Keith Urban, but that's the singer. Carl Urban of The Boys fame. Also, Lena Headey from Game of Thrones. So, action, 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 and for only $3. Yes, please. Who wants a copy of Batman vs. Superman? Who wants a copy of Batman vs. Superman for $3? Me, baby, me. I'll take a copy of Batman vs. Superman on Blu-ray for $3. Why not? For less than a can of Coke, I'll take a copy of Batman vs. Superman. Yes. $3 for a copy of The Untouchables. I remember watching this movie when I was but a wee tyke. My mum was watching it, and I walked in and was like, what's this? And ever since then, I've wanted to have a copy of it, and now I have one. It's been so long since I've watched this that who knows, maybe I'll watch it and be like, this is terrible, but we shall soon see. Now, if you don't like superhero movies, look away now, because it's time for Captain America, the First Avenger. Hasn't that been superseded now? Isn't Captain Marvel now the first Avenger? But anyway, I've never been a big fan of Captain America. I find Captain America to be pretty boring, but this rendition of him's okay, I guess. It's just good to have the complete set of the Marvel movies, just so you can reference them in future. And for $3, why not? Alright, this one might be the first one that I actually went and saw in the cinemas when it came out. The Green Mile. I went and saw this with a couple of friends, and I just remember wetting myself at the woman with the tumor in the bed. she like was swearing uncontrollably, and I couldn't help myself. I was like 16 or something at the time, and it was hilarious. But the rest of the movie's pretty sad. Poor old John Coffey. Not one of my favourite movies, but a good one to have, and for $3. Who's going to complain? This next one is a sequel to one of my favourite movies of all time. Predator 2. For some reason, they went from Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the Predator to Danny Glover versus the Predator. And Danny Glover must have been like 50 when he made this. But it's still a good story. Like, a cop in a city that's overrun by gangs, and then they have to add a predator into the mix. It's a good movie. It's the second best of all the Predator movies, and that's not saying much. But for $3, yes, please, thank you. This next one was a bit chewed up, but for $3, I can always get another copy later on, so it's not that big of a deal. But Austin Powers Goldmember. This is my least favourite of all the Austin Powers movies, although it does have some very quotable bits. I love gold! It's been chewed up a bit, like a dog got a hold of it. But considering I bought it for the disc and it was $3, like, I'm not too fast. Anyway, so we ended up with, what's that, like 11 videos for basically an hour's worth of work for me. Again, they had the stupid stickers on them that it took me forever to get off. I had to use eucalyptus oil, so smells like eucalyptus, but that's a small price to pay for expanding my collection by like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. Am I miscounting that? That's 12. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that, and I'll probably be going back there in the next couple of weeks because there was a couple of movies there that I wasn't sure if I already had, so I'll go back and pick up a few more. Anyway, I'm out here. Enjoy your day. Catch you later. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider subscribing. I release reviews occasionally when time allows, and a thumbs up would be a big motivator for further reviews. If you didn't like it, feel free to leave a thumbs down and let me know how I can improve in the comments below. Anyway, I'm Mixie, thanks for your time, and have a good one.